Alright, this evening's part of this project is rather simple. We're just using Loctite epoxy. 2-part like always, 50-50. We're just going to mix up a batch. This stuff stays runny, relatively so. Does not turn into a gel. Perfect 50-50 mix. We don't want it running out the bottom when it's upside down. I'm just going to put a couple pieces of tape over that. The epoxy does generate a little bit of heat, and I'd much rather err on the side of too much than not enough. The plastic in here, the bushing that the bolt head face gets against, it's just plastic. I'm not even going to worry about it. We're going to leave it there. Now when it comes time, we're going to drill right straight through it. Not an issue. Oh, I got some on the outside. I can feel it sticky already. That is some slow moving stuff. But it does move. That's pretty much it for this evening. Time to go watch YouTube. See if anybody else is doing anything exciting. A wet, drippy day outside. Looks like a good day to hang in the cave, get something done. Come on along. Hey everybody, welcome to the cave. Another day, rainy, drippy outside. Good day to hang out down here. What we're going to do, the third of the 3 Savages that I've been monkeying with. We're going to put this action barrel into this stock. If you remember the action that came in this wood, let me back up a second. If you remember the short action Savages, there's actually 4 different bolt spacings. And it depends on the magazine that's in it, from the best I can read up on and find out. Anyway, the action that was in this one, due to that bolt spacing, matched the Bell & Carlson. It dropped right in there. That's home for it nowadays. So now we got this one. This is the E.R. Shaw 22250. The bolt spacings do not match. What we're going to do, we're going to fill the front hole full of epoxy. We're going to re-drill it. I'm going to put some pillars in it. Also going to have to take out the barrel channel, because you're not going to fit a bull barrel into a sporter barrel channel. Not going to fit. Not hard to do, just a lot of elbow work. I got a hell of a lot else to do today, so if you want to come on along, you're more than welcome. Let's put the camera up above. Alright, first thing we're going to have to do is we've got to set that barrel into that channel, because we can't get a measurement until everything is setting where it's going to be when it's finished. I'm just going to use a Sharpie just to give me some kind of guide where I'm at when I start filing, sanding. There's actually a tool made to this. I don't have one. I'm not going to buy one to use it once or twice. This is a lot more work. That's a lot cheaper. Roll a piece of sandpaper around a dowel. That's about the right diameter. And it's a lot of elbow work. This dowel with the paper on it, by the time I hit bottom, we're going to be just about the exact size we need to be. I think I am good to go. You can push on the back and the teeter-totters. That means you're contacting here on your front bolt, and that's what you want to do. We got a lot more than just one piece of paper, but I like a little bit more than just one piece of paper anyway. Anyway, that's all you do there. We're gonna pop this over. Oh, I got a 25-pound bag of shot on that end to help it down, stabilize it while I was working on it. A piece of epoxy from filling that bolt hole. Alright, we are going to measure and drill. And the bolt spacing on this one is the 4/400 thousandths, 4.4. There's 4.4, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5. I think that's the three measurements on the three short actions. We're going to drill these out at, what was it, 27/64 in a piece of copper. Brass, excuse me. That's what we're going to put in there for pillars. They're going to work good. Alright, we're going to punch some holes in this bad boy. Got a 25-pound bag of shot on there, giving me an extra hand again. That's going to be our pillar right there. All we got to do is a little bit of cutting, a little bit of adjusting. Got just enough slop in there for some epoxy. And if we are not absolutely positively dead on the money, we can always take a file, take the holes out a little bit bigger. Just gives you a little more epoxy to fill it in. And yes, we make a mess. Looks pretty centered to me. I think it's going to work good. Alright, we are going to make the pillars. And I've just come to the realization that this file has the same radius as my action. And all I've done is filed that radius. Filed that radius right in there. It's going to be, you're never going to file by hand and have a perfect fit. That's what the epoxy takes care of. But it's very, very, very close. How do we know how long to cut it? Our front action bolt is the short one. That's where you got to be careful. Meaning, if you go in too far, am I on there or not? Probably not. If you screw that in too far, the bolt hits the lug and can't close your bolt. I want as much bolt into that action as possible, but we don't want interference, that's obvious. So we are just a hair under flush. Mark it. We're going to take a tubing cutter. Hope that baby's long enough. Just enough clearance. A little easier than hacksaw, and you do get a straight square. Uh-oh. Quite a bit long, so this is where you just kind of fit. Take your time. Nobody's in a hurry. $22,250 bedded into a wood stock. Really, pillars are not necessary by any stretch. But as long as you're here, you got it open, you're doing it. It's raining outside, what the hell else have I got to do? One more time, just a few slight, light licks, and we are going to be good. There we are, one pillar down. Gonna do the same thing for the back one. We'll have to do just a slight modifying. When I'm done with it, I'll show you how we're gonna modify it. Alrighty folks, we're gonna make the pillar for the back end. It just simply sets right on top of your trigger guard. So we're just gonna drop the trigger guard in there. Drop it in. We're going to just make a mark here. And we're going to cut it about, 1/8 inch long maybe. Here's a perfect example of epoxy, folks. I drilled the hole wrong. I was about too much. I started filing it forward to get it to fit. By the time I had it fit, I had too much of a gap on the backside. I just, wasn't going to happen. Big deal. Filled it full of 5-minute epoxy, the same stuff I did it with yesterday. Went and had lunch. It's been sitting there an hour. It's already hard set up. I'm going to get this back one. I'll just do the front one over again. Not really an issue. Just more time, a little bit more work, but what the hell? Okay, took me 2-3 times there. We are good, got a pretty good fit. Now you're seeing I can't get back far enough because it's hitting part of the trigger mechanism. So, we need to cut a notch here and here. Very simple, not a big issue. Just another step. Not even a notch, we're just going to kind of put a 45 bevel on it. Hell yeah. She's looking good. That's all I did. I can't tell where the hell I am up there. I got clearance on it. That's all we need. We got probably 60% of it still giving us some support. Yeah, baby. Alright, I got the redo job. I just sanded it down. We are 4-inch, 400,000. I put some white spray paint on there. Alright, one more time. We're going to glue these pillars in here. You got very small copper, brass. You want to give something for that glue to get a bite on. Alright, I think we are ready. We're going to glue them buggers in there. We are using the Bedrock. You've seen me use this stuff before. I've got good channel clearance all the way down. I'm just going to use, like I have done before, a small piece of clay. Just hold that bugger while it's curing out. I'll try to get all surfaces coated so we got good bonding. Try to work that epoxy into the grooves that you cut with a hacksaw, Dremel, whatever the heck you're going to use to cut your grooves with. Well, the moment of truth. I think I'm going to do this in 2 parts instead of 1. It's going to get long and drawn out. Like I said, this thing is going to get painted. I don't know what color. Maybe I should leave it up to you guys. What color you think I should paint it? I was thinking fire engine red, but what the heck. It's not going to be a walking hunting gun like it needs to be camo. What do you think? Let me know. That's it, folks. I'm just going to take them screws out, try to clean up a little bit of that epoxy so I don't have such a mess to do it later. And pull it out of the stock and show you what it looks like tomorrow when I do the glass bedding, the rest of the action in there. Thanks a lot, folks. Have a good one.